What's up guys, Houndish here, and today we're jumping in with another Destiny 2 video, and of course today is May 6th, so this is when we get the big reveal for Edge of Fate, the next expansion, as well as the launch of Rite of the Nine, which is a new dungeon event with updated rewards, activities, and a few things essentially designed to tide us over until we actually get to the expansion. So we're going to talk about those things today, as well as changes coming in the May update, new weapon rewards, activity content, and a whole bunch of other things to discuss in the videos. So if you guys enjoy this one, do us a massive favor and hit the subscribe button down below. Half of the viewers on the channel aren't actually subscribed, so if you want to show us any support and keep up to date, that'd be very much appreciated, but otherwise, let's get into it. And so as we head into Tuesday, May 6th, one of the big things, of course, will be the reveal for Edge of Fate, the next expansion. So today at 9 AM Pacific time, Bungie will be live on Twitch, and they say they'll show off Edge of Fate, the new expansion and its campaign, major changes coming to many core and structural systems throughout the game, as well as some of the new rewards we'll be earning, and this will be live at 9 AM Pacific, so I'll link Bungie's official channels down below. They've also said if you tune into the stream for 15 minutes with your Bungie account connected to Twitch, you'll unlock the emblem that you can see on screen, so if you're after that one, I'll link the twid down below that has more details. In terms of Edge of Fate though, just in the past couple of days we had another leak via the collector's edition for the game, which again indicates strongly that this will be dropping on July 15th, so that date will of course be confirmed in the reveal today, but given that the reveal will talk about Year of Prophecy content, that also means we'll get a look at the second expansion, at least in some capacity, which apparently will be called Renegades, according to the collector's edition leak. And for at least the first expansion, we'll be exploring a new destination, which is referred to as Kepler. So between all of that stuff, the story implications, the system changes, which, as we've discussed previously, will be fairly significant, there's going to be a lot of stuff to chew through following this reveal, and of course the possibility that pre-orders will go live for the expansion as well. And if that's the case, and of course if No Land Beyond or New Land Beyond indeed turns out to be a pre-order bonus, we could be using that later on today if we go ahead with that pre-order. So let us know if you're looking forward to it, and I'll be keeping you posted with all of the important info when we get there. Into gameplay content for this week though, the Rite of the Nine event is dropping, and this is a new dungeon themed event where 3 dungeons have been updated. That includes Prophecy, Ghosts of the Deep, and Spire of the Watcher, with new weapons and roles. So we'll be getting adept variants of these dungeon weapons for the first time, with a new origin trait, perk treatment, and of course the adept visuals for them, so that'll be pretty cool, and 1 dungeon will be featured per week. Bungie haven't confirmed which dungeon we'll get on the first week. I would assume Prophecy, or at least that seems like the most fitting thing, given that we're going to have a reveal for Year of Prophecy and a 9-related expansion. Bungie also teased some additional cosmetic rewards and things. We're not sure about armor yet, but it'll certainly provide at least a bit of chase for any folks who want those updated dungeon weapons, and an opportunity for players who perhaps haven't run a lot of dungeon content before, as they'll be dropping an Explorer mode, which is a much more new player-friendly version of the dungeons, as well as a hardcore version called Ultimatum, which is more akin to a contest sort of dungeon, so if you want the adept weapons, you'll be wanting to jump into that one. Otherwise, we're going to have to discover it and of course see it in Bungie's reveal stream. I assume they'll probably speak about that a little bit then as well, so I'll keep you posted as we head into Reset. Looking to other content this week though, Lotus Eater will be the featured Nightfall weapon, but on top of that, Bungie have said every time we get a Lotus Eater adept dropped, we'll get a new Nightfall weapon which is called Cruel Mercy, and this is an arc heavy burst pulse rifle. So essentially, double weapon drops for the Nightfall this week. I'm not sure if that will apply to all difficulties though, as Bungie only mentioned adept weapons, so we'll just have to wait and see, but especially if you still need to farm for a good Lotus Eater, this is going to be a really good week to dive in. And is another option outside of the dungeon content, so it will be a reasonably busy week. On Friday though, we're going to get even more new content, and this is the Heavy Metal game mode. So it's the new vehicle combat mode that Bungie are introducing for this event. Again, that will be available from Friday the 9th of May at Daily Reset, and it's basically a vehicle supremacy mode with Drake tanks and Briggs as playable PvP vehicles, which is pretty wild. On top of that, the event will have a new sort of event card system, which Bungie refer to as the event home, that features a reward track with specific items we can unlock at different ranks, and daily and weekly challenges, which will feature into that as well. So that's going to be fun. That will drop on Friday, and of course we'll have the opportunity to check it out, so I'll keep you posted on it as always. This update as well will include a couple of new weapons that we'll get a little bit later on in the update. So there's a new Iron Banner weapon called Nature Reclaimed, which is a solar lightweight scout rifle. Iron Banner will drop a bit later on in May, so we'll get the opportunity to earn that one. You can see the perk rolls for it on screen as well. Plus, the Inquisitor has been updated for Trials of Osiris, and as far as we know, that will first be available on the 16th of May, as Trials won't be up the first week, because Bungie want to feature heavy metal, so it does at least mean a little bit of extra chase for some new rewards coming a little bit later on in the month. Outside of the reveal and the new content stuff though, Bungie are dropping a sandbox update with this patch as well. This will contain quite a few changes, including ability updates. So in the Crucible only, Bungie are reducing the prismatic specific super cooldown penalty from 10 to 5%, so those will be up more regularly. For scatter grenades, they're reducing damage versus players by 15%, and they're reducing the prey finding range on the prowl aspect in Crucible from 45 to 25 meters. Plus, they're adjusting lightning surge damage, slightly increasing the minimum damage dealt and reducing the maximum damage dealt to make it more consistent. And then on the weapon side, they're reducing the BXR Battler and S-Stock's ADS damage fall-off scalars from 1.7 to 1.6, so that'll bring them closer in line with high-impact pulse rifles. Plus, they're increasing base damage on rapid-fire pulse rifles from 14.5 to 15. Then on weapons like the Judgment Hand Cannon, or the Adaptive Archetype, they're increasing the magazine size from 9 to 11, as well as increasing reload speed and handling, so that'll be nice on those, especially for the new Judgment Hand Cannon when we get it. Then for auto rifles, high impacts will see an increased base damage of 4%. For precision autos, the increase at base will be 3%. Plus, they're increasing the damage of the heavy burst slug shotguns. Outside of that, we have discussed the nerf to Lord of Wolves, reducing its damage in PvE by 30%. That's the hip fire damage. They're also increasing the zoom on Risk Runner from 13 to 14, and increasing the amount of ammo picked up from ammo crates in Crucible from 1 to 2 on Two-Tailed Fox and Truth. Plus, there's the adjustments to Alethanim, where creating a special ammo brick will now only cost 50% of its energy, and numerous buffs for Finality's Augur, increasing the turret's damage by 10%, reducing self-damage by 85%, plus it will automatic reload when we deploy a turret, and they're increasing the duration that a target is painted to match the duration of the turret. So quite a few weapon changes, plus they're adding the accuracy and ranged hipfire bonuses from Radiant Dance Machines to Lion Rampant for primary weapons, and the same applies to Lunafaction boots as well, which is interesting to give those other classes an option similar to Radiant Dance Machines. But if you want much more detail on specific tuning changes across abilities and weapons, I'll link a full breakdown for that down below. For the moment though guys, that's what we have to preview in this video, so I'll keep you up to date with the reveal later on, as well as any key details for Rite of the 9 as we start out this week. So if you are new to the channel, keep it locked and loaded, hit subscribe and the bell icon down below, that way you'll get notifications when new content drops. Let us know what you're most excited for this week as well in the comment section, but otherwise, thank you for tuning in, and I hope you guys have an awesome day.